This is the story of a man named John Toomer.
I was born December 26, 1894 in Washington, D.C. as Nathan Pinchback Toomer. I was born of a black mother and a white father. I did not know my father as he left my mother and I when I was only a year old. Being half black in a predominantly white country was difficult. Although I could pass as white sometimes, I felt deep pride in my African heritage. A speck of black makes you black.
Nathan, Mom says to come home now.
1 second.
Black reapers with the sound of steel on stones are sharpening scythes. I see them place the hones in their hip pockets as a thing that's done, and start their silent swinging one by one. Black horses drive a mower through the weeds, and there a field rat, startled, squealing, bleeds. His belly close to the ground, I see the blade. Blood-stained, continue cutting weeds and shade.
Following his high school graduation, Toomer studied at multiple colleges, including the University of Wisconsin, University of Chicago, and New York University. He attended courses such as psychology, literature, and socialism. He never did get a degree.
So, have you heard anything new happening in the world?
Well, a hysterical white girl related that a 19-year-old colored boy attempted to assault her in a public elevator of a public office building of a thriving town of 100,000 in open daylight. Without pausing to find out whether or not the story was true, without bothering with the slight detail of investigating the character of the woman who made the outcry.
Well, that's just horrible. I thought we were supposed to be amidst the Harlem Renaissance, the rediscovery of African American heritage.
Well, that doesn't really mean that they gained any rights.
Unfortunately.
I think that's bad. Look at this as another one.
I am a reaper. Yeehaw. All my oats are cradled, but I am too fatigued to bind them. And I hunger. I crack a grain. It has no taste to it. My throat is dry. Oh, my brothers, I beat my palms, still soft, against the stubble of my harvesting. You beat your soft palms too. My pain is sweet, sweeter than the oats, or wheat, or corn. It will not bring me knowledge of my hunger.
Hey, wait. Eugene Toomer, aren't you? Yeah, Eugene Toomer, that's from New York. Hey, what's it like being African American, right? Wait, what?
I am not African. I'm a dignified member of the white community!
Alright, thanks for your time, sir. You can go now. Go on, grab. Next! Name?
Nathan Toomer.
Nathan. Race?
Negro.
Thank you very much, sir.
In 1923, Toomer began to write his most famous book, Cain. It contained many of his poems, which advocated for African Americans and their culture. It reflected on life as a black man in the United States, and soon became a model for high modernism.
Sorry, Mr. Toomer, but it's just not what we're looking for right now.
I'm sorry, money's a little tight right now. Bye.
No!
To those fixed on white, white is white. To those fixed on black, it is the same. And red is red, yellow, yellow. Surely there are such sights in the many-colored world. Or in the mind, the strange thing is that these people never see themselves, or you, or me. Are they not in their minds? Are we not in the world? This is a curious blindness for those that are colorblind. What queer beliefs that men who believe in sights disbelieve in seers. O people, if you but used your other eyes, you would see beings.
The marriage sparked a miscegenation scandal across the country. The public was not happy with a half-black man marrying a white woman. It wasn't right. They don't belong together. But he didn't care. To him, she was his everything. But there was a complication in the pregnancy, and she passed away, leaving Toomer with a beautiful little girl, Marjorie. For the longest time, he was heartbroken. Then he met her, Marjorie.
There is no transience of twilight in the beauty of your soft, dusk-dimpled face, no flicker of a slender flame in space, in crucibles, fragility crystalline. There is no fragrance of the jessamine about you, no pathos of some old place at dusk that crumbles like moth-eater lace beneath the touch, nor has there ever been. Your love is like the folk song's flaming rise, in cane-lipped southern people, like their soul, which bursts its bondage in a bold travail. Your voice is like them singing, soft and wise. Your face, sweetly effulgent of the whole, inviolate of ways that would fail.
As he ventured through his career in his conquest for equality, Toomer also became interested in a man named George Gurdjieff. He was a philosopher concerned with a high level of thinking. He established the Gurdjieff Institute for Harmonious Development in France.
How most humans live their lives in a state of hypnotic waking sleep.
Is that the one scheduled for December 27th? Have we gotten the funds for this event?
We'll have to fundraise still.
I thought we raised enough. What happened to it? You spent it? On vacation? This is for the Institute and set aside for the teaching and population about higher levels of thinking.
Even after dissociating himself from Gurdjieff, Toomer moved to Doylestown, Pennsylvania in 1936 with his wife and daughter and established a Gurdjieff Center where he spread his spiritual ideology. He soon became interested in the Religious Society of Friends, writing essays on their religious philosophies. He toured India in 1939 to find spiritual enlightenment, actively writing about his experiences, but soon discovered that the religion was not for him. When he returned in 1940, he formally joined Quakerism and later served on a few committees. Still interested in Gurdjieffian idealism, he formed a cooperative, Friends of Being, in 1942, which combined both Gurdjieff and Quaker ideas.
Don't do that. Remember, when somebody does something against you, just turn the other cheek, okay? We do not need to spread hatred into this world. We need to spread love, because when you put something positive into the world, something positive comes out.
Full moon rising on the waters of my heart, lakes and moon and fires, cloying tires, holding her lips apart. Promises of slumber, leaving shore to charm the moon. Miracle make vesper keeps, cloying sleeps, and I'll be sleeping soon. Cloying, curled like the sleepy waters where the moon waves start. Radiant, resplendently she gleams, cloying dreams, lips pressed against my heart.